In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Welcome my students of grade 11 in a new video. Today we are going to study Unit 5, Lesson 6. Let's start our lesson. Language practice. Open your workbook, page 34. The first question, complete the short paragraph below using words from the box. Let's read the words. Calligraphy, ancient, ink, alphabet, tortoise shells, brush, symbols, characters, scribes, traditionally, decorative, stylish. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Think about the sentences and try to complete them. Let's check the answers. Chinese writing is made up of letters called characters. Okay, the word number 1, characters. These letters combine to create the Chinese alphabet. 2, alphabet. Originally. 3, scribes. Scribes and other educated people would record important information on 4, tortoise shell. Tortoise shell. And 5, this ancient system of Chinese writing has changed a little over the centuries, and many of the old symbols are similar to those used today. And 7, traditionally the Chinese write with ink and brush, and these are still today. And 10, calligraphy, the process of producing decorative art from the letters of an alphabet, is an extremely important practice in China, and because of this, Chinese is often regarded as a stylish system of writing. Let's move to the second question. Correct the tenses in bold so that the sentences make sense. The first sentence, I have made cake all day and I am still not finished. John will avoid work this week and is now feeling the consequences. I have learned to play the violin since an early age, but I still struggle with difficult pieces. I have been practicing all last night so I could go out today. I have been reading my notes several times, but I'm worried I have forgotten everything already. You have 2 minutes and try to correct these sentences to make a sense. Let's check the answers. I have made cakes all day and I am still not finished. I have been making cakes all day and I am still not finished. So the first sentence is present perfect, but the right meaning and the structure, I have been making, and this is the present perfect continuous. Next sentence, John will avoid work this week and is now feeling the consequences. Yeah, John has been avoiding this week and is now feeling the consequences, also present perfect continuous. C, I have learned to play the violin since an early age, but I still struggle with difficult pieces. The right tense is I have been learning to play the violin since an early age, but I still struggle with difficult pieces. Next, I have been practicing all last night so I could go out today. I was practicing all last night so I could go out today. And I have been reading my notes several times, but I am worried I have forgotten everything already. Yes, I have read. So from the present perfect continuous to the present perfect. I have read my notes several times, but I'm worried I have forgotten everything already. And the third question today, complete these sentences with for or since. The first sentence we have lived in this flat space 2002. I have been reading this novel space nearly 3 weeks. My father has worked for the same company space nearly 20 years. We have been waiting here space 7 o'clock this morning. He has been able to swim space he was 3 years old. And the children have been playing on the beach space half an hour. Okay, you have a minute. Think and try to complete these sentences using for or since. Okay, let's check the answers. A. We have lived in this flat. Yes, since 2002. And next, I have been reading this novel for nearly 3 weeks. And my father has worked for the same company for nearly 20 years. We have been waiting here. Yes, since 7 o'clock this morning. He has been able to swim since he was 3 years old. The children have been playing on the beach for half an hour. So, open your workbook page 35. Exercise number 5. Match the start of these statements about a sports person's experiences with the correct endings. There are more endings than you require. First one, I started after a few years. Sometimes I won. It's only recently. I can still remember my coach was these days. And the endings, I began to take part in competitions. I would like to become a successful archery coach. That I really started to excel at my sport. The first major competition I won, doing archery at an early age. I am a professional archer and hoping to qualify for the next Olympics. Very proud of me, but more often I lost. I wish I would become polar. You have 1 minute. Try to match the beginnings with the endings to make a sentence. Okay, let's check the answers. I started, yes, 5. Doing archery at an early ages. After a few years, I began to take part in competitions. Sometimes I won, but more often I lost. It's only recently that I really started to excel at my sport. I can still remember the first major competition I won. My coach was very proud of me, and These days, I am a professional archer and am hoping to qualify for the next Olympics. Exercise number 7. Choose the correct words in these sentences. You have 1 minute. Try to choose one word that's appropriate to the sentence. Let's check the answers. When he became an amateur, a professional football, he gave up his job at the bank. When he became a professional, so the word here is a professional football, he gave up his job at the bank. Next, it's impractical for me to go to work on foot. It would take 3 hours. It's impractical, so the word here is impractical for me to go to work on foot. It would take 3 hours. Next, the questions in the math exam were so simple, that I couldn't even understand them. The answer, the questions in the math exam were so complicated. The word here is complicated, that I couldn't even understand them. D. Gold and silver are precious, worthless metals. Yes, precious. Gold and silver are precious metals. And air travel is an ancient and modern form of transport. The answer, air travel is a modern form of transport. In the end, try to observe the difference between for and since. For plus a length of time, like for an hour, for 2 weeks, for 10 years, for a long time. We say he waited at the airport for 3 hours, and we don't say he waited at the airport since 3 hours. And since plus a point in time in the past, since 7 a.m., since Monday, since January, since 2001. We say I have been working since 9 a.m. I don't say I have been working for 9 a.m. Complete the sentences below with for or since. And this is the end of my video today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.